All right, we have some big news to report right now. Sarah Huckabee Sanders is briefing the press right now, and she just informed everyone that the president is revoking John Brennan, former head of the CIA's security clearance. So again, John Brennan is seeing his security clearance revoked by the President of the United States. John Brennan, of course, has been extremely critical of this president, extremely critical of this administration, has suggested that there was, in fact, some kind of collusion happening between the Trump administration and the Russians. And so, like many others on the left, has questioned the validity of this president and his success making his way there to the Oval Office. Joining us right now to discuss is former Undersecretary of Defense for President George H.W. Bush, Jed Babbin. Good to have you here, sir. Again, very big news. The White House revoking the security clearance for John Brennan, former CIA director. How unusual is this, and is this the right move given the circumstances? Your thoughts?
Well, thanks for having me on, Trish. And yes, it is an unusual circumstance. It doesn't happen very often, but you haven't really seen many cases. I can't frankly remember any where people such as the former CIA director had gone out and attacked the president, had apparently supported this whole Russia investigation before it even came up, probably participated in preparing the FISA warrants, or at least helped prepare them. And there are a lot of things that go against John Brennan. And don't forget, nobody has a right to a security clearance. Once you leave government employ, certainly you don't have any right to it. You are given it as certainly a courtesy and given some access to secured information. But you really don't have a right to have it, and Brennan should have lost it. Quite frankly, there are others. Maybe Hillary Clinton?
Wow. Look, you know, John Brennan, we can, and my team's working on this right now. We're going to bring up some of the kind of outrageous things that he has said. Yeah. But so many have criticized him as being highly irresponsible for doing that. Let me just throw this out there. I mean, if you were the Russians and you were trying to sow this discord in the American public, if you were trying to have them doubt the validity of their institutions, then what better thing than to have the former head of the CIA say all the things that he's been saying about this president, because it's like Brennan's doing Putin's work for him.
Well, absolutely. And, you know, Brennan, I would argue, has been doing that for quite some time. Don't forget, we have a situation where in the Obama administration, under Brennan and others, places like Central Command, U.S. CENTCOM, they had people preparing reports on intelligence that were doctored by their superiors to support President Obama's point of view. So when you have Brennan doing what he did in the CIA, when you have people at CENTCOM doing what they did, you had people politicizing the intelligence branch of our community, of our government, which is, you know, frankly, one of the two things that you can't politicize. You can't politicize the military, and God knows if you're going to politicize intelligence, you're going to pervert the entire value of the intelligence reporting.
Absolutely. I mean, and when you think of how politicized it was, I've made the point, sir, over and over again that, you know, as a journalist, you triple check all your information, right? So you would never take that dossier, especially that one with the way it read, like straight out of, you know, some kind of supermarket tabloid. Right. You would never take that and go with that, because you would want to check all the sources. The idea that the FBI was willing to take that and go with it and not tell the judge where it came from and who was funding it, it really causes me to scratch my head and say, you know, who's the inmates running the asylum there? Because you just shouldn't be taking a piece of political research to then spy on someone.
And they didn't verify it. We know that. We know that as late as, I forget exactly when they were talking about it, in 2016, before, you know, just before their investigation supposedly kicked off on July 31st, in the middle of the campaign, then they were saying, well, it still isn't verified. You know, if I were a judge on the FISA court, and these are experienced trial judges in U.S. district courts, and I had somebody come in there and represent all this stuff to me, and say, yeah, okay, you say it's true, and then I find out that it wasn't verified, verified. They had an obligation to verify it, and those judges, I will guarantee you, are now looking at the FBI and saying, yeah, all right, well, what verification do you have that this is really true? That's going to slow down the grant of FISA warrants, and that's going to slow down our ability to gather intelligence on terrorists and a lot of other people who are not really working in our benefit.
So James Clapper and James Comey, they still have security clearances. Did they need theirs revoked as well, in your opinion?
Oh, my God, yes. And again, I just come back to Ms. Hillary. I mean, if anyone abused classified information, it was her getting it into a unclassified, unprotected server and exchanging it with her staff. I'm sure, I'm absolutely dead bang sure that it was hacked into and read by the Russians, the Chinese, pretty much anybody who wanted to, even the French. The problem here is you have people who are trusted or were trusted are not now. They should not have their security clearances, and quite frankly, some of them should be prosecuted for what they did.